Hi everyone, thank you for watching the St. Narsai Harp of the Spirit podcast. My name is Mira Buttress and today I'm here with Alatra, Anella and Alyssa and we're going to be talking about social media and its effects on teenagers nowadays. So guys, what do you think of social media and how it affects us teenagers?
I feel like living in the world we're in now, social media is one of the biggest influences and everyone knows that, but I don't think anyone knows how it actually affects people. It may not affect any of us personally, but other people in the world, they really they depend on social media for everything, and it's really bad. I know there's a full disease for social media. It's onophobia, nomophobia, something like that. It's a person can't live without their phone being next to them and constantly on it. It's a little fear of being without your phone, and I think that's really bad. That's got into a really bad stage.
Yeah, considering the bad sides of social media, there are also the good sides to consider. You can always catch up with your friends and have fun and talk and see and discover new things and everything. So I feel social media always be viewed as a bad thing. It can also be the good things, which is what really people turn down on, because people just want to view the bad things of everything.
For example, I think of social media also having positives and negatives. For example, positives of it being that, for example, our school's website on Facebook, for example, they post things on our Christian values, the way we should, live as a school, the way we should be as a student, our education, and it really sets to show how much we honor our Christian faith, especially at the Christian school that we attend. And St. Narsai.
It also connects back to our Assyrian community, us Assyrians. We've grown up without surrounded by all these other social medias. Us Assyrians, we all have close family. All of our families are close, so we always talk to each other more than what other nationalities do. But we're pretty close, as Assyrians. All of our community, we all know each other, all of our parents know each other, stuff like that.
Yeah, we're really tied down to our families.
Our faith, everything.
Our faith and everything. I feel during this time of the coronavirus and everything, I feel it's what really our faith has tied us down to keep us, to keep us happy and hopeful for the future. I feel the church has really done that in a great way by live streaming through social media, the Raza, to really, set a hopefulness for us in the future, and hopefully this coronavirus will come over.
Yeah, and of course we use our social media to keep up with coronavirus dates, but still in the end, we always go back to our families if we need something, help, anything.
For example, PDHP, they also teach us on how to actually control our social media usage and how much time we should actually be spending on it. As you guys know, it's only meant to be around 2 hours per day. And it really sets to show that our school really does implement, it really does raise awareness and implement on how we should use social media. 6
hours off our phone a day. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just as Mira was saying, here in St. Narsai, we on Teams we have an app called Teams, and where we spread Bible verses and any quotes we find that are motivational. So it really helps our
getting along, keeping up with the rest of our school, our work, everything.
Yeah. And it really motivates us, especially the Bible verses that they post, and the teachers, their dedication to
they're always messaging anytime.
They really help us, and they help us to they boost our confidence, I should say.
Yeah.
Especially they give us the hope, especially when we were doing online learning and during coronavirus, it really helped us, especially with the Bible verses that were posted, and
even
teachers set the motivations, as in everything will be well, and it really helped us as students.
And even though they'd give us work, but then at the end they'd put hope you're safe and stuff like that, and that's pretty good, because
and it's really the little things that makes us feel everything's going to be fine no matter how bad and tough the situation is. I feel our teachers really have helped us during this tough time, and I feel even the school, in terms of social media's effects, they've brought in their people from other companies and representatives of them. They've come in and explain the social media effects, and it's really engaging and conversation they have with us. But as a grade, they come and talk to us.
And
they show the dangers too, so we know.
And I really love how our school really focuses on it raises awareness on things like that, because they really want to help our students and not thinking about social media as a not taking it as a negative thing, because social media can also be very positive. People work as they can show their business, and it really does help when putting someone up, but they have to use it the right way, I should say, and always include their Christian morals when using it as well.
Yeah, that Lebanon thing, that explosion that happened. A lot of people were spreading around fake websites to donate to, so that they could get the money, and then using social media, that everyone found out that they actually had to donate to the Red Cross, so money would actually help, and like that's a good thing. Like now everyone knows, and like Lebanon is actually going to get the help it needs.
Yeah, and I feel like it was through social media that everyone found out about that horrific event. Yeah,
like imagine our life without social media. I mean, it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. The good thing is that we're updated with like the daily news, you know, what's happening like with our school, you know, overseas, and it really helps us to understand, you know, the outside world and how we should actually see things. But it also has to be used the right way, in my opinion, you know, like make sure people use it as in like, you know, not to you know, discriminate others, but to also be inclusive and, you know, spread the positivity.
Yeah, considering like how technology advanced our society has become, it's really all about adapting and not letting bad things influence you. So obviously as teenagers, we look up to someone, we always want to be influenced by someone that can tell us what to do. And, you know, people on social media are called influencers. We really look up to them, but we shouldn't let those things like really influence us. We should look into the people in our lives, people that are important to us, our family, our Christian faith, our school, and our teachers. Those are things that we should be tied to, and not let social media get in the way of that.
And as teenagers, we should think that, you know, social media is just, you know, a photo being taken, and it's like a camera that's taking a photo. We don't know what's actually happening, you know, behind what the camera is showing. It's like a front cover, but we don't know what's inside it, you know. So it really has to say like, you know, social media is, we have to, you know, take it as a positive thing. Like at the end of the day, no one lives a perfect life, and everyone knows that. And social media may show things like that, but we have to understand that, you know, this is like only in front of the camera. We don't know what's happening behind the camera, and we don't know, you know, the struggles people go through to actually reach where they are nowadays.
Yeah, and I feel like the worst thing about social media is that we've become so dependent on it now these days. Like if social media would just be completely deleted, like it'd be very hard to cope. Like I don't know, Alyssa, what do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I think nowadays a lot of teenagers or even children have become like addicted.
Yeah.
Or like our parents see us now and they're like, oh, is this what how we've raised them? When in reality we should be like going out, talking to each other, you know, not being chatting over the phone, more like you know, just sitting together, having a good time.
Yeah, I feel like Alyssa can agree with me on that. Like when we go out together, our parents would be like, why are you always on your phones? We took you out. We expect to have fun. This is not how it was in our childhood. Like, like we want you to have a fun childhood, not be stuck and glued to your phones, you know, just like texting in front of each other. Like that's how that's how it's really become.
Like compare us now to now, like back in the days. You know, now it's more like everything's more advanced, and that's what's made it a bit more challenging for us teenagers, I think.
Yeah, but I feel like us being Christian, like we know not to, like while someone's in front of us, not to use our phones in front of them. Like it's just rude. But that just makes us who we are.
Yeah, I feel like all in all, I feel like we should all consider the good and bad sides of social media, and we shouldn't let those bad things influence us. And in the end, it should be our Christian faith that really guides us through all the bad things that we see in our lives.
Exactly
so,
right.
Yeah.
So do you guys have anything else to add, or you know, anything else you want to say about it? Or...
I feel like we've covered everything.
Yeah, we've covered everything.
So,
Thank you everyone for watching the Say It Narsai Harp of the Spirit podcast. May God bless you all.